WCW Worldwide Wrestling is on the air. We are 1 week away from Fall Brawl featuring War Games, and we've got some great action this week. When you look at this, Brad Armstrong comes out here. We found out recently on an edition of WCW Saturday Night that Brad Armstrong was sick and tired of the fans, about the fans being behind him, and literally you have a man who has turned his back on the millions of fans he has had over the past few years, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Well, when you say somebody turns their back on the fans, what about when the fan turns on you, starts booing you and just don't like you? What are you supposed to do, beg him to come back and be in your corner? Or maybe he just had enough.
I was always one who thought that if the fan bought the ticket, he's never turned his back on you, boo or cheer.
Well, sometimes the fan buys a ticket to see you get your head kicked in.
Julio Sanchez, the opponent for Brad Armstrong. We're going to take you back to a recent edition of WCW Monday Nitro. It was an emotional night for Arn Anderson, who called it quits in our sport after a neck injury and a subsequent surgery shortened his career, and how he gave his spot, so to speak, in the Horsemen to Curt Hennig, who accepted that.
You know, for him to walk away from something he loves this much, you can tell how much he loves wrestling, or he wouldn't have been that good at it. And to give his position, the rank of the enforcer, and to turn that over to Curt Hennig, and almost get on his hands and knees and beg him to be a Horseman, that shows you the respect they have for Curt Hennig.
Brad Armstrong, who recently has been booed by the fans in the light of how mouthy Julio Sanchez here, may be getting cheered here in this matchup. But I'm sure that's something he does not want. Fall Brawl is the home of War Games 1 week away. Team WCW versus Team WO. Deep arm drag takeover that time. Brad Armstrong peeled him over that time. Drop kick. One of the finest drop kicks ever in our sport, Brad Armstrong.
What I like about Armstrong, I've never liked the mentality of the Armstrong family, where there's, how many kids are there? 40, 46, 47 kids?
Whatever.
And they all come out and they shake hands and high-five everybody, and they smile. Hey, get in that ring and do what you have to do. Now he's adapted that philosophy. Just like Eddie Guerrero, just like Alex Wright, it's going to pay off for him. You want to be a do-gooder? Fine, go home, set the table for mom.
Armstrong, you look at the face, the demeanor, it's all changed. I mean, if you think about what Brad Armstrong has meant to the sport, here's a young man, and I say young man, he has been in the sport many, many years. He started at age 17 as a wrestler. So he's still a very, very young competitor.
Well, look at Al Kaline started early.
He sure did.
I mean, a lot of hockey players, football players, basketball players come right out of high school sometimes. So that's not odd, you know, if you're in shape and, you know, you got that genetics, that natural power, which all the Armstrongs do.
So Brad Armstrong, brand new attitude.
Now, his mother's about 6'8", about 350.
You don't
Big
know.
woman.
You don't know anything about his mother. You're lying.
She got cauliflower ears.
You're telling another lie.
Well, just one ear from the phone.
Julio Sanchez up with a hammerlock now, and Armstrong reverses that nicely. In the course of this telecast, the total package Lex Luger and the Barbarian will collide. That's good. That is, as we say, a main event in any arena around the world, and you're going to have it on Worldwide here this week.
And we know the strength of Luger, but after he's been clawed, bitten, stomped on, kicked, gnawed, mauled, we'll be able to get the Barbarian up in that torture rack. We'll see.
Certainly a lot on Luger's mind recently. Is he friends with Diamond Dallas Page?
You know, it's hard to tell sometimes in combat. You just lose it. Sometimes you can't stay focused. You can't stay, your emotions take over, and that could have happened to Dallas. But I don't see it that way.
Armstrong.
I'll explain to you a little later what I think really happened.
Up with an armbar, and now scoop slam. Brad Armstrong hits the ropes. Telegraph the elbow drop. Julio Sanchez.
He nailed it.
He sure did. And he pops up to left and then covers. Should have done that a long time ago.
I've never heard a guy laughing so hard he threw his shoulder out.
You've just seen it. Cal Brislak.
I don't know if I want to hear that joke.
Also in this program, Hugh Morris, Jim Powers. Hard work Bobby Walker will meet Eddie Guerrero, and we'll be telling you a lot about Fall Brawl, the pay-per-view spectacular, coming up in only 1 week from this Sunday, where WCW goes to war against its nemesis, the NWO.
And it's not going to be in one ring, is it?
2 rings, Brain.
It's not going to have one cage over it, is it?
2 rings.
2 cages.
2 cages, Brain.
Bring your chair and whip.
I don't think I will. Armstrong getting fired up here now.
How would you like to be in a match like that, Trent?
I would not like to be in any match at all.
I've been in cage matches, but I've never been anything like this.
Uppercut by Armstrong on Julio Sanchez. What an event this is going to be, Fall Brawl. It's the battleground. It's the ultimate war. It's WCW clashing with the NWO. And you can see it as it happens live to the midsection right. Armstrong with the knee left.
Well, Hogan's trying to distort everybody's thinking, him and Bischoff.
Of course they are. To the legs now goes Sanchez. Wild swing. Brad Armstrong picked him up. He fell on all 4s that time. Comes back. Armstrong holds the rope. Back elbow caught him right in the jaw. And now the Russian leg. 1, 2, 3.
I'll tell you the secret to this winning combination here.
Brad Armstrong, the demeanor on his face tells us he is not the same man we once knew.
I'll tell you, the secret of this man winning is his attitude. And I like his attitude. Your winner.